my best performing social media post of the last 7 days was generated 100% automatic by this AI powered system that I built using the free version of a tool called Make. The AI came up with the post idea, wrote the text, designed the image, and published it. Most of us struggle to consistently publish unique and quality content to social media. Well, that's why today we will put together a system step by step to fully automate the process of creating and publishing top performing posts to LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. No coding skills required. It took me several days to set this up. But with this video and the resources you get, it will only take you a few minutes. Later, I'll also be sharing 5 features to make it even more powerful and effective. You will find all the resources, prompts, etc. we will be using in the description below this video. Now let's dive into the system. The only manual work you need to do is to enter your main topic or niche, and you only have to do this once. Now let's start the automation. The first thing it does, it will take the main topic and break it down into subtopics and save them down here. This ensures that you always have unique and fresh content ideas related to your main topic. The system then takes the subtopics and uses a powerful AI tool called Perplexity to search the web for best resources on each topic. It's like having a personal research assistant. Here's where it really gets interesting. Perplexity's results are now fed into different branches. Each branch stands for the generation and publication of a different post on a specific platform, like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Because each platform has its own requirements on style and dimensions, and so the system can customize each post and image according to each platform. In each branch, first the post is generated with this module here. Then it will be also saved in our Google Sheet, for example, in this place under Twitter, plus the image will also be generated and saved. And after that, it will be published with the text and the image on the platform. So if I reload Twitter, there should be the new post that was generated and posted by AI. Now do the same for Facebook, generate the Facebook post, generate the image and publish it to my Facebook page. The post will already be published on this page, as you can see here. And the same happens for Instagram. If I reload my Instagram account, then the new post will be published with its caption. And finally, LinkedIn. The post is also already generated and published on my LinkedIn profile. When I reload it, the new post will appear. You can see here the full post and all the content for each post with the image, the captions, and the text is saved in the Google Sheet. So you have a complete record of every post. Now let's talk about costs. On Make's free plan, you get 1,000 operations per month. Running this automation once requires 29 tasks. This means on the free plan from Make, you can run this automations 34 times per month. This means you can set this automation to run daily, to publish posts on these different platforms every day for a month. And the only thing you would have to pay for is the AI powered application. But these are really, really cheap. To generate 4 posts plus images and publish them to these different platforms will only cost you 23 cents. Let's move on to the exciting part, building it from scratch. Don't worry if you're new to this. I'll walk you through every step so that by the end, you will have a fully functioning system set up. The first thing we need to do is to set up your Make account. So if you don't have one, just go to this page, make.com, and create a free account. Next, let's set up the Google Sheet. This sheet will be the foundation for our automation. So we will first give it a name, call it Social Media AI Automation. Then we have the sheet where we have the broad topic first, our main topic or niche. We call the sheet input sheet. Then we need another topic, another sheet with our subtopics. So here is an example of what I mean by subtopics. This is the input sheet, for example, the niche is stating on Tinder for men, and then the subtopics that our AI process will generate will be saved in this place. Back to our sheet. Now we need the sheet for our social media posts. We want to have one for Twitter. I want to have the post text, the image link, and image display. Now we'll copy, duplicate this 3 times because I have 4 social media platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. This was one too much. Let's delete it again. I have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Now comes the fun part, connecting different apps in Make and bringing our automatic social media posting machine together. To do that, we click on create a new scenario. The first thing we will add is a Google Sheet module, which is called search rows. Will be in this place. This module gets all rows from a certain sheet and passes them on to the next step, for example, to our AI module that then can use the input from that sheet. And the AI model will be set up in one of the next steps. But first we need to set up the correct sheet. Now first you need to add your Google connection. So here you will sign up with the Google account that you want to use. And it's important.
Then you go to the address bar, you select your Google Sheet ID, you copy it, and then you select the search mode, search from all, and you paste your Google Sheet ID.
And here we will select topic. There we need to add a filter, subtopics, and the filter we use a drop-down called not equal to. Now we click OK. Next we need to use what's called a text aggregator module, because we need to format this information. So the list of topics that we pass on to our AI should be formatted in a proper way. And to do that, we go here into subtopics and we also add a comma. And then this is set. Now, before we can use the AI to generate our posts, we need to tell our AI what the niche is, what our general topic is. Because, as I mentioned, the process works that it takes our general topic and then generates a subtopic within the same niche. And to do that, we need to feed the information from that sheet into our AI. So we need to create another Google Sheet. And in this case, we need to find the get a cell. And there we can click here, choose a file, select the Google Sheet. You don't need to connect it again. We type in social media AI automation. That's the name of my sheet here. And then we need to go, sheet name is the input sheet. And now in the cell, we plug in, the cell is here. It will be entered in this cell, A number 2. This is where we will enter the main topic or niche. So we type in A2, click OK. Now we come to our first AI module. And here we need the OpenAI module, which you can search here, Open AI, click on search more, create completion. Now here you need to create an AI connection. So you need an API key. And to get this, you go to platform.openai.com. You can set up an account for free on this platform. However, then you need to add, under settings, you need to add $5 as a credit to use the AI model. But as I said in the beginning, using this automation with an AI is really, really cheap. It only costs us like 23 cents per entire operation. And we have several AI modules that generate the posts for those different platforms and also the images. And that together costs only around 20 cents. So this is really cheap. So you add your billing and you add the credit balance of $5. And then you go to dashboard, API keys, create new secret key, and create the key. And then you copy it, you paste it in here, click save. And then it will connect. And when it was successful, you can move on to the next steps. Here we can select the AI model, which is the type of artificial intelligence that we will use to generate the text for our posts. And then we click on add message. By role, we select user. And here we can define the prompt, the instructions for what the AI should do. Now in this case, what it should do, it should take the topic I enter here. Let's use this example. It should take the topic and come up with one topic, a subtopic, a subcategory of this topic, and save it into this Google Sheet. Well, first you should generate it, then it will set up another module to save it. So we need a prompt for that. And I already have a list of prompts that I will be using throughout this automation. You can get access by clicking the link below this video. So I've prepared this prompt, which basically says it should come up with one specific subtopic related to the main topic, which I plug in this cell. So here I need to plug in the value of this, which is here. This is the cell. This is the topic that will be put in here. So it should take this, consider this, and come up with a list of subtopics. But we have a restriction. It should not cover topics that have already been covered. For example, if it's already run several times, then each time it will generate a new subtopic. Now it should look at all these topics and make sure the next topic is not already covered, so it's not identical, because we want to generate new and fresh post content ideas. So, and to do that, we go and select text, because that's what we have just set up. So then when we select this, the AI will look at all the things that are already on the list. So this is then the list here, and it will make sure that the new topic it generates is not already covered. And finally, we need to set a maximum number of tokens. I set it to the maximum number with the 4096. This is the length of the response. However, I've already limited with this rule. It should keep it below 300 characters. Click OK. Next, I want to save our response to this sheet here. So the next topic it will generate should already also be saved in my Google Sheet. So let's add another Google Sheets module called Add Row. We can select the same Google Sheet. Social media AI automation. We need to make sure we select the correct sheet, which is topic, as you see here. And now we need to select where should it save, in which column should it save this, and what should it save there. And we have what it should save is under choices, message, content. There it should save the result. Now we can let it run again. Let's click save, and then let's run it. I will do this several times while I'm building it to make sure all the things are connected properly and it works. Now here, it didn't give me a proper, so it came up with photographers because I didn't enter a main topic. So let's enter something. So for example, let's enter vegan weight loss for men. Let's say this is my topic. So let's remove this again and let's run it. Now the AI will look at this topic and come up with a subtopic that's related to this category. And you see it's optimizing protein intake for muscle maintenance during vegan weight loss. So it's like a subtopic of the main topic. So our processor 4 works. Now comes something really cool, which makes the entire automation and our produced content exponentially more valuable. We will add the Perplexity module, create a chat completion. This module will take the newly generated topic and perform an online research to find the best information around it. And that generated summary of this research will then form the basis of our highly relevant and interesting social media post. Because Perplexity is like an AI-powered online search engine. So to set it up, you also need an API key with Perplexity. And that is very easy to get. You go to perplexity.ai. If you don't already have an account, you can set up a free account. Then you go to Settings, you go to API, and there you also have to add some credits. Usually it's like $5, but Perplexity in our automation is even cheaper. It costs less than 1 cent to run it. And then you go to the bottom, click on Generate, and there you can grab the API key and insert it in here. Save it. Once it finds the connection, we can use the same module like this one. Then content, there comes the prompt. First, let's select the user. So here we also need a prompt that I've already prepared. So it should find the best information about the following topic. Now this topic is the subtopic based on this value here. And then we set the maximum number of tokens also to 496. And then this is set up. Now here we also add an error handler, ignore. Because sometimes Perplexity can run for 40 seconds or longer because it performs a thorough online search on our topic. And this would give us an error. But with the error handler, ignore, you can make sure Perplexity gets the time it needs to find the best information for us. Now we will branch off our automation, and each branch will be for generating a post with image for a certain platform. To do that, we use a module called router. Now we will add our AI post generator. So you can just select the OpenAI module again, create a completion. It's already connected. You only have to do this once. Let's pick the same model, GPT-4o, add message, user, and here, message content comes the prompt. I've already prepared the prompt. All I need to do, so in this case, the first one would be a Twitter post, which is actually called post. Now the topic of the caption, obviously, it's the result from our online research. So it's like the summary that is generated, which is under message and content. And what we also have here, we tell it, hey, pick this topic that's been well researched and also follow the following proven structure of a high-performing post for this platform. In this case, it's Twitter. So I inserted a tweet that it can model its structure after that has performed well for me. So then the likelihood of the produced post to also generate a good result is higher. Now maximum tokens, same, 6, click OK. Let's call this Twitter. We can duplicate that or clone it. Next one we can do Facebook. Now we have another prompt. So this is my Facebook. The structure of the prompt is exactly the same. The only thing that changes is I need to select the content, which again is the same, the summary of the web search. The difference is that I have a different post. So here I have like a social media post that would work well on Facebook. This is an example. So we can model that. And then token is set. Done. Rename it. Facebook. Let's do this again. Clone it again. So we have 4. It's connected. Good. Let's not connect it like this. We want to connect it to the router. This as well. And this will be our Instagram. So there I have a Instagram caption example that my eye can model that worked well. Select message content. Save. Rename it. And finally we have LinkedIn. There we have a LinkedIn post that's proven. Select content. Save. Here we can align it and save it. Now I'd like to have the generated post text also be saved in my Google Sheet. So we will add a new Google Sheet module called add row. You will add the same, of course, the same Google Sheet. Then we will select, in this case, the Twitter sheet. Then we need to select column A here. And the result will be under choices, message, content. Let's duplicate it 4 times or 3 times. Need to change the sheet, only the sheet. Here we have Facebook, and also the result needs to change. Message content. Let's do the same for this Instagram. Generated post text should be saved, which is this. And finally, LinkedIn. Select the LinkedIn sheet, just down here. Then pick the message, content. Okay, let's save the automation. And then I think the next step is to make a test run. Now, you will see it has generated the next subtopic for our niche, and it will generate the web search. Once the online search is done, it will generate the tweet or the post, the Twitter post, and save it to the Google Sheet. So we should see it appear here. Yes, it's done that. It's also done this for our Facebook post, and for our Instagram, and for our LinkedIn. So the automation works. Now I also want to have an image with the post. So let's add the image generation module, which is under OpenAI. And then we have generate an image. And there we select DALL-E 3 model. And here we need to add our image prompt. I've already prepared the prompt. So as a topic, we will use our broad topic or niche. This tends to generate the best images for us. Now the prompt, in this case, it should generate like a drawing image. It looks like a drawing. And a graphic design based on this topic here. It should contain a few elements, and it's important, it should not contain any text, because text will be displayed not correctly in this model. That's where we want to avoid it. At least long text will not be displayed properly. Okay, clone it, and again. And here we don't need to change anything because the topic is always the same for all of these platforms. The only thing we will change is the dimension of the image. So for Instagram, we want to have like a vertical image. So we go to Show Advanced, and here we select this, and then the image will be vertical. Save it, align it. Finally, I also want to have the image saved in a Google Sheet. Now, this module will generate a URL, a direct link to the image, and that I want saved in the corresponding column B next to the post. So I will add a new Google Sheet module called Update Row. Select the correct Google Sheet again. Media automation. Sheet name. The top was the Twitter. Now here the row number. Row number is this one. So here I go to row number 2 because it should be saved next to the same. And I also need to add the image link must be in column B. So here under data, under URL will be the image link. Let's clone it 3 times. Now let's set it up for Facebook. Need to select Facebook here. Row number this here. The URL from here. Now for Instagram. Row number. Image URL was here. And the last one in the LinkedIn. Not this one, this one. LinkedIn. Pick this. URL. Okay. Save. Now we can run it once. And while we run it, we will add another additional function, because what happens is now this will generate our posts and also add the images, and the image URLs will be saved here. But I also want the image to be displayed in my Google Sheet. And to do that, I need to create what's called a Google App script, which you can find under extensions of your Google Sheet. And the app script, this allows you to make your Google Sheet do anything you want, even if it's not part of its standard functionality. And in this case, I want that any URL that's inserted is automatically displayed in an image form in the cell. And I'm not a coder, so I don't know how to program Google Apps Script code, but I just asked ChatGPT what I want, and it provided me with the code. And again, if you want access to the code, then you just can find it in the resources below this video. So here, one more thing I need to do. First, I need to save it. Then I need to set up a trigger when this process should run. Well, it should run whenever something is changed in my Google Sheet. So I click Add Trigger, select this here on Change, click Save. And you have to complete some authorization process, allow it to make changes to your Google Sheet. Once this is done, we go back. And there you see we have already some URLs saved next to our new posts. Now we click Run. And now we need to click Allow Access. And then you see the images will appear next to our posts. You see these are mostly graphic images. Some are a little bit futuristic, but this depends really on the prompt you've put in. So this process also works. So the only thing that's left is we need to publish those posts to those different platforms. Let's start with Twitter. First, what we need what's called an HTTP get a file module, because we cannot directly pass on the URL of our image, but we need to convert it into a file. So we need select the URL of the image. Next, we can add our Twitter module. Let's search for Twitter. Click on Show More, and there on the top right corner, you need to select version 5, and there you need to select Upload Media. And there we go to Attachment, HTTP file, get a file. And then what you need to do first, actually, you need to add a new connection. And you need to get API key and API secret from Twitter. And to find this, you need to go to developer.x.com, and there you log in into your account, and then you go to developer portal. There you have to create an app. I will just use the same name here, plug it in here, click next. Let's go to app settings. We need to set up user authentication settings. Now here you need to select the bottom, read and write and direct message. Then you go to web app. Now here we need to add URLs, and you find this on this link, which will also get in the resource below this video. And here we need to add these 2 URLs. The first one here, then let's click add another one. We will add this below that. And then here we need to add this one. For terms of service, we will just add these 2. Click save. Now we can go to keys and tokens. Now we go to API key and secret. Let's go to this, and you copy that back to our automation. Insert the API key. Insert the API secret. Click save, and then you will be prompted to log into your Twitter account. You click on authorize app, and once the authorization is complete, you can move on to the next step. So now, next, we need to add another Twitter module. You can only select it here. Now we need to go to version 6, and here we go to create a post. Now here you need to add another form of authentication, which is called client ID and client secret. So let's get back to our developer account, and you will find this here. So let's go to regenerate. Here we get our client secret, paste it in here, and here we get the client ID. Click save. It will be prompted to authorize it, authorize app, so you can post on your account. Now we need to show advanced setting. First, this is the content of our tweet, which is going to be here. You can go to choices, message, content, and the media ID. We find here this. Click OK, and then our Twitter module is set up. Now to our Facebook post. Let's search the Facebook module. We need create a post with photos. Now here you need to add your Facebook connection. You click save, then you will be prompted to log into your Facebook account, and you should have a Facebook page created under your personal profile account, because that is what you can then select here. This is what will appear here. Will the Facebook pages that you've created will appear here. You select the page you want, and then we go add photos. I want to upload a photo. I want to download one from a URL, and the URL is going to be here under data, this URL. And we don't need a caption, but the message, that is going to be our text for our Facebook post, which is found here under choices, content. And our Facebook page module is set up. Next, we will go to Instagram. So let's add the Instagram module called create a photo post. Now here again, you need to add a connection to your Instagram account. And to make this connection, you need to make sure first that your Instagram account is at least a creator account or a business account. If it's not, you need to go to your Instagram account, and then under tools and controls, you need to switch it to a business account or a creator account. Now this is already a business account, so you don't see that option here. And once you've done that, you need to connect it to a Facebook page you're an admin of. So you go to Facebook, you log in, or you switch to your Facebook page, then you go to click on your Facebook page, then you go to settings, and here to the bottom it says linked accounts. Click on linked accounts, and there you need to connect your Facebook page you're an admin of to an Instagram account. And you go to connect account, you go to connect it all, and then you will be prompted to log in into the Instagram account you want to post in. And then you click through this. Now I think it has worked. It shows some error, but normally I think it should work. And if it has worked, then you can select the Instagram account here. And the photo URL will be this one. And the caption will be the message here. Or let's pick this one.
message content. Before we create the LinkedIn module, we need to use the same that we have here. So let's create a clone of the HTTPA model, because we need to first get a file. Click this URL. Now we can add the LinkedIn module, create a user image post. There you need to add your LinkedIn profile. You will be prompted to log in. So you will sign in here, and then once you've done that, will be connected. Then I select this here, HTTP get a file. We don't need title, we only need content. Now the content is our post text that was generated, which is this. Here you can select the visibility of this post and where it should be displayed. Okay.
I will now fast forward this automation to speed up the process.
So let's run it. The automation is now done. Let's just start with Twitter. You can see, yes, the new post was published. Let's go to my Facebook page. Yes, the new post was just published. Instagram account.
And on my LinkedIn profile.
See if the new post appear. See yes here and the captions. Reload it. And yes, it works. Now the final thing we can do now, you can set this scheduling to on. And now you can set certain times. You can set it to run every day at a certain time. Then every day it will generate posts and publish them to these platforms. Or you can set certain days during the week. So for example, you could set it to post just 3 times a week and then click OK. And then this will run in the background each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6:30 p.m. It will generate posts. There are 5 features I would add to this automation to make it even more effective. First, I would add multiple templates for different types of posts so that my automation can rotate between different post styles for each platform. So one time it can generate a list post, then it can generate a story post, then it can generate a how-to guide post, and so on. Second, I would incorporate a way to review and edit posts before they are published, so I have some manual control over it and can make a few final tweaks. Then I would add the ability to schedule posts directly within my Google Sheet, so I can plan posts to be published at specific dates and different times. Fourth, I would add a topic rotation feature to automatically switch out the core topics I set after a certain time. And finally, I would add a feature to upload my own images to be published with a post, so you don't always need to rely on AI-generated images. If you want to see more videos like this, where I share with you how I build such AI-powered tools and automations without needing any coding skill, make sure to subscribe to this video and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. If you haven't built your own AI tool yet, watch this video next, because I break down my copy and paste process for building it. Again, no coding skills required.